A politician dies and ends up at the pearly gates. St. Peter looks at him and finds his name in his book. So, you're a politician? Well, yes. Is there a problem? Oh no, there is no problem. But we have a policy for people in your profession. You have to spend a day each in heaven and hell, and then you will be free to choose where you want to spend the rest of eternity. Why can't I choose now? Why do I have to spend a day in hell? Well, that is the policy. First, the politician spends a day in heaven. He sees angels singing and people playing harps. He finds heaven very boring for him. Next, he spends a day in hell. Upon arriving there, he expects to see barren wastelands with rivers of lava and people being boiled alive, but instead sees lush greenery and a large 5-star hotel in front of him. At the hotel entrance, he sees Satan wearing a tuxedo and sipping on a martini. This isn't what I expected hell to be. Oh, hell has been completely misrepresented. We have a luxury 5-star hotel with 7-course meals prepared by the best chefs. And we have all the sporting facilities you could imagine with a very large pool. All this is for free. So the politician spends the entire day playing golf and eating his meals by the poolside. At the end of the day, he sleeps in the most luxurious bed he could imagine in a very large suite. The next morning, when he wakes up, he is back at the pearly gates where St. Peter is waiting for him. So what will it be? I can't believe I'm saying this, but I prefer hell. So, the politician is transported back to hell, where he sees a barren wasteland illuminated only by the glow of rivers of lava and hears the screams of people being tortured. The air is full of the stench of sulfur. Once again, he sees Satan in his tux. What happened to the hotel, the golf course, the pool, and all the greenery I saw yesterday? Well, yesterday we were campaigning. Today you voted. Passes out in front of a church. The nuns take her inside and put her in a bed so she can rest. They also feed her and give her water. The next morning the woman thanks them for everything and says, I appreciate the room, but I've got to say, I heard all these strange noises all night and I was wondering what it was. The nuns look at each other and the head nun says, I'm sorry, we can't tell you since you're not a nun. The woman then asks how she can become a nun, and they tell her that she needs to go around the world and count all the grains of sand, all the blades of grass, and all the clouds in the sky. 3 years later the woman comes back to the church and says, there are billions grains of sand, billions blades of grass, and billions clouds in the sky. Now, can you please tell me what those sounds were? The nuns take her to a wooden door and the headman gives her the key. The woman opens the door and she finds an iron door. The head nun gives her the key and the woman opens the door, only to find another door, this one made of glass. She's given the key and can already see the next bronze door, then comes a silver door, a golden door, a platinum door, and so on. About 20 doors later the head nun gives her one last key and the woman turns it, opens the door and sees the most magnificent things, finally knowing where the sounds came from. But I can't tell you what was behind the door, because you're not a nun. Sorry about spelling and grammar. English isn't my first language. Rumor got round that the bear kept a list of all the animals he plans to kill. Scared and confused, the wolf went to confront the bear. Bear, said Wolf, do you really keep a list of all the animals you plan to kill? I do, said the bear. And is my name on it? Asked the wolf. It is, the bear growled. And the following morning, the wolf was found dead on the forest floor. The fox came later that day to confront the bear. Bear, do you really keep a list of all the animals you plan to kill? I do, said the bear. And is my name on it? She asked. It is, the bear growled. And the following morning, Fox's mangled remains were found lying on the forest floor. That day the rabbit, too, decided to confront the bear. Bear, he said, do you really keep a list of all the animals you plan to kill? I do, said the bear. And is my name on it? Asked the rabbit. It is, the bear growled. Can you remove it? Oh, for sure. Once upon a time, in a quaint little village nestled between rolling green hills, there lived a horse named Harry. Now, Harry was no ordinary horse. He possessed an uncanny ability to make the most mundane situations utterly hilarious. His knack for comedy made him the talk of the town, and villagers would eagerly gather whenever Harry was around, hoping for a... One sunny morning, as Harry trotted through the village, a peculiar idea struck his mischievous mind. He decided to set off on a grand adventure, a quest to find the funniest joke in the world. With his hooves pounding the ground, Harry embarked on his comedic crusade, determined to bring laughter to every corner of the globe. His journey took him through dense forests, across vast deserts, and over treacherous mountains. Along the way, he encountered various animals, each with their own unique sense of humor. From witty monkeys to pun-loving parrots, Harry absorbed their jokes like a sponge, honing his comedic skills with every encounter. Months turned into years, and Harry's fame as the jester of the animal kingdom spread far and wide. People from distant lands flocked to witness his hilarious antics, and kings and queens bestowed him with honorary titles. Harry, however, remained humble, always searching for that one perfect joke that would make the world burst into laughter. Finally, after countless adventures and a lifetime of laughter, Harry found himself in a bustling city. The streets were lined with towering buildings, and neon lights flickered in a dizzying display of colors. As he wandered through the lively metropolis, Harry noticed a sign that caught his attention: the Hilarious Horse Comedy Club. Intrigued, Harry trotted towards the club, the sound of uproarious laughter growing louder with each step. He pushed open the heavy doors and walked into the dimly lit venue. The air buzzed with anticipation, and the audience, a diverse crowd of humans and animals alike, eagerly awaited the show. Taking center stage, Harry's eyes scanned the room, his heart pounding with excitement. The spotlight illuminated his glistening mane as he launched into a series of side-splitting jokes, each more uproarious than the last. The crowd erupted in raucous laughter, tears streaming down their cheeks. But amidst the laughter, Harry sensed a pang of empathy. His quest for the funniest joke had brought him fame and joy, but something was missing. The journey had been long, and Harry began to feel a longing for home, for the simple pleasures of the village where he had first discovered his talent. With a heavy heart, Harry bid farewell to the cheering audience and made his way back to the village. As he approached the familiar green hills, exhaustion weighed upon him, and his steps grew sluggish. Determined to reach his destination, he plodded on, his hooves dragging through the dirt. Finally, with the last ounce of energy he could muster, Harry walked into the village's local tavern. The door creaked as he entered, and all eyes turned towards him. The bartender, a stout man with a bushy mustache, took one look at the weary horse and exclaimed, "Why the long face?"